Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to share with you all of the things that you can do to make over your kitchen without actually having to remodel it. All of this on a budget that you can do yourself. So here are my great tips in how to make over your kitchen on a budget. The first tip I'm going to give you if you want to make over your kitchen on a budget is to paint. That's across the board on any room of your house. Is a new paint color can freshen things up, change everything, and give the room a whole new look. And who wouldn't want that? Of course, I love Lick paint. I'm telling you right now, I've tried every single product. I'm being honest with you on that. And Lick is the best quality and the best value for what you're in paint. It's amazing. And so, of course, I talked about it in my kitchen makeover reveal, and you can see all of those details here. But this is the top of the line tip for you is to paint. So choose a color. You can paint your cabinets. Don't ever discount that. And you can also paint your walls. So, and it's not permanent. If you don't like it, you can change it. Easy. Another tip I want to share with you is to change out your countertops. So I know that that sounds intimidating, but actually this is a concrete countertop that I did myself. I'll put that link of how I did it in the description down below. But I did these myself, and I want you to know that if you have laminate and you don't even have the budget to make a concrete countertop yourself, nor the desire, did you know that you can actually put a concrete overlay over the laminate? That's a weekend warrior project. It's easy to low, moderate skill level, and it can absolutely be done. And you put a skim coat of concrete over the laminate, you let it dry, you sand, another coat, dry sand for 3 times, and then you've got a concrete countertop. And that's another high-end thing that you can do on a budget. Another tip I want to share with you is all about backsplash. You can change out your backsplash, or you can actually tile over tile. So that's another great tip. Backsplash is a big boost in your kitchen value, and I highly recommend doing it. The backsplash, when we moved in, we didn't even have a backsplash, and it took me years to figure out what I wanted because backsplashes are really kind of personal. And I wanted to pick something that I wouldn't get tired of, and I wanted classic everything. I couldn't make up my mind between quartz, marble, so I found one that has both plus brass in there with a fun, modern chevron pattern, and I love it. So, but you can also, if you have ugly backsplash tile and you don't want to buy more, whatever, you just want the quickest fix, you can also put peel and stick over there too. And that works for a rental property too. Just make sure you run it by your landlord and get their approval before you do that. But those are good added values and good makeover projects that you can do for your backsplash in your kitchen on a budget. My next tip I'm going to share with you is all about cabinet hardware. This is one way to add value and visual interest to your updated cabinets. It's the jewelry of your kitchen. It's so important. And my favorite brand that I'm actually working with and that I collaborated with on this hardware is called Amarok. I love Amarok, and the best part about them is that they have a virtual assistant on their website. So in my head, I wanted some sort of brass hardware, champagne brass, something like that. So on the website, you take this little quiz. It asks you different questions of what you want your kitchen, what colors your cabinets are, and your interests. Do you want square? Do you want round? Do you want oval? And then you can pick. I wanted square. I wanted something a little bit modern, classic, that also went with my English traditional design, just kind of updated that a bit. And this is what I got here. And I love it. I love it so much. And I knew that I had the color in my head, and the visual test, the virtual assistant actually paired me up with this. So how great is that? It was like in my head. I have these drawer pulls that are from the same design as the cabinet pulls, and I love them. I love that they're kind of hardy and they're sturdy, and they pull these old cabinets that aren't self-closing and that you kind of have to have a little elbow grease to open, if you know what I mean. And they're great, and they feel good in my hands. And plus I have these things stuffed to the grill so much that I have to, and the drawer pulls are really great for that. So thumbs up on that. Another great money-saving tip when you're doing a makeover in your kitchen is to change out the faucet. Faucets don't have to be a lot of money. This one I got for just a little over $100, and it makes a world of difference here at the sink, don't you think? I want to talk about layers in your kitchen too. Why not add an extra cutting board on your countertops or even a marble slab? I got this marble slab at the Restore for $5. You can't get marble for that, and this thing is heavy. Although I don't bake a lot, it's just perfect to have on your countertop. When you're baking or you're rolling out dough, or even just to have on there for the aesthetic of it. And then I've also had this butcher block for years and years, and I sand it and I oil it as needed, probably once a year to really get it up to snuff, but this thing's been so good to me and I love it. Now, I don't have a lot of room on my countertops. I have smaller countertops, and that's one reason why this butcher block prep table has been such a lifesaver for me. But also, I needed storage for my knives. And so look what I've done here. Here's a little knife storage thing that I actually put a pivot on, a little swing arm. So I attached it to the bottom and it swings out like that, and I can just pull out my knives and they're right at the ready as I'm cutting. Now, one thing I do want to bring up, if you have small children, this might not be the best idea, but you can also, in that aspect, if you wanted to just get a magnet, a long magnetic strip, and you can attach it to your backsplash or to the wall by your stove where your child can't reach it, and then you can hang your knives that way. But this works for me great. Our kids are older, and I can just get it out and start cutting, and it works out so good. It's just another really great tip. Another budget-friendly thing we did was we put in laminate floors. They just snapped together. It was Weekend Warrior. I think we got this done in about 3 hours. It didn't take long at all. They cut well, and another thing I want to stress about these laminate floors is they're so pet-friendly, and they don't scratch. They've really worked hard. They've been great for us, and for our kitchen that is so heavily trafficked, and we have a couple bull in the China shop people that live in this house, it works really, really well. And one thing I also have done to help acoustics in here is to add a rug. And why not add a rug that is a little unexpected in a kitchen, kind of like this patterned one that I put in front of the stove. This one is a washable rug. I can just put this right in the wash, which works really great because you're inevitably going to spill a little bit on the rug since it's right in front of the stove and the prep table when you're prepping food. So it vacuums up great, it washes, and I love the colors that it brings out. Do you have a spot in your kitchen that you would like to have a sconce but you don't have any electric? How about that? Cordless, and they go on by a remote control. Who wouldn't want that? I've wanted sconces here on this fireplace forever. Ever since I installed that stone backsplash on the fireplace, I've wanted a sconce, but it's so hard to run power now that I've put the stone in there, and it's a chimney behind there, and it's just asking a lot. But I found these on Amazon. I'll put the link below, but they're great. They turn on, they run by batteries, they turn on with this little remote control, and then they also turn off. Well, I love that. So these are just a few of my very favorite tips that you can do to make over your kitchen on a budget without having to do a really heavy remodel. And a lot of these projects you can do on a weekend, singly. So give it a shot. If you want to change up your kitchen in some way, do some of these great tips because it's really going to make a big difference in the long run. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you can be alerted every time I post a video, and also subscribe to my blog at farmhouse1820.com. Thanks, guys.